It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Yo, what it do? Welcome to another episode of Let's Bet It. Uh, co-host here, Jamin, aka Dimes. Man, decent day yesterday. Decent day. Hit on some NBA team totals. I took the Bulls team total under. That one hit. I took the Nuggets team total under 117 and a half live. That hit. Um, Had a few losses in there, but it was kind of a light day for me yesterday. Just not feeling the greatest, and just needed to just kind of take a mental break a little bit. But uh, overall, decent day. Got some looks today, and looking forward to talking it out with my boys. Gob, my brother, how you doing today? How was your day yesterday?
I'm doing good. Had a good day yesterday. A good good couple days. There you go. I hear the music now and that's nice. Um no, yeah, good couple days. I hit another dart. You guys saw. That's 2 darts in 2 days, which doesn't happen often, but having some fun with those. But I got four plays, four straight bets in the NBA today, and then I got a dart in the NBA. And some games are complete passes for me, but I think there's some good stuff to talk about.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you, man. It's there are like 3 or 4 games that I really like. There's stuff that I like, and then it's like the rest of them are just ass. So I'm kind of with you. Stacks, my brother. How you doing today? How was your day yesterday, and how you feeling today?
Far as today, I ain't got no complaints. I'm feeling all right today. Ain't really got nothing positive or negative to say about today's car. I do got some looks, some strong looks. As far as GLB and them darts, man, I don't know proper how to say this. Put it this way, I'm not gonna tell until you lose because I don't be knowing hockey. So when I see your darts, I ain't been playing them because I get frustrated trying to find the player, and I haven't played, and you won. So I'm not gonna get on now because you remember when your Nuggets third quarter. Remember that we talked about that on stream,
Yep.
and I said I ain't been on it, but I'm gonna tell it, and if it loses, it's my fault, and it lost. So I ain't gonna tell your darts until you lose. But
I
I'm
got
sick. I'm sick that I missed out on two of them. Like I'm sick.
the first one was I think the first one was a goal score one, which is what I usually do. 4 different people, 4 different teams to get a goal. And it's just like anytime touchdown scores where they're always good plus money. Um but this last one was actually all systems I had and leans and looks, and yeah, it was good, but nothing today in NHL. But I'll tell you as we go through the games, I'll tell you the 4 legs in my NBA dart today.
And we also got the Let's Bet It parlay coming too. So I know I gave you two a play that I was looking toward, or that I wanted for the leg of the parlay, but I had to switch it because the number moved, and I like this play for it just as much. So we'll talk
And
about the
that's funny that you said that because uh, what I told y'all was going to be my leg. It's not going to be my legs. That's going to be my best bet. I got a college bet for my leg
okay.
because I'm
Okay.
not going to be the leg to lose.
Well, for you all that are keeping record, I was the leg that lost Saturday, and I was kind of sad about it too. Like Stacks hit his first, then Gob hit his, and I'm like, oh man, like DeMar DeRozan can get 4 rebounds. This motherfucker got 2.
And the crazy thing about that was if I would have knew, I didn't look at the schedule because I didn't want to be the first leg. Not
That's
the
how, and
first leg.
that's how it
Not
worked
the
out.
Yeah, but my
And
thing was, I don't want to be the first leg of the first parlay that we produce, and it go down. And like, I was like, no. I was so mad that I was the first leg.
but it still hit. And
Oh no, it was rocking chair.
what's crazy is that I had DeRozan rebounds, and it was between DeRozan rebounds and Duren points, 11.5. And I was like, and I ended up settling on DeRozan, and then Duren had like 18 points. So I was whatever.
So do y'all like me? When I make a parlay, I bet every leg straight too. Or is that just something I do?
That's what I'm doing. But
I don't.
But yeah,
depends, really.
we'll definitely have a lay of the day for you guys, and I feel good about this one tonight. So let's get into the first game. This is a game that I don't have absolutely anything on. The Blazers at the Sixers. Sixers are laying 2.5. The total 229. Blazers coming off a game that they low key should have won yesterday in Cleveland, but you know, when you're just a better team, you're the better team, and Cleveland ended up beating them in overtime, and now it's a back-to-back overtime game. And honestly, this spread has moved in favor of the Blazers, even on a back-to-back. So, Stacks, do you got anything on this one, brother?
Yeah, I do actually. And y'all know I told you I don't bet Sixers games, but I bet this one. And what I wrote down is I'm on the over 228.5. That's what I got it at. And it's moving in my favor. And I see that I'm targeting. We talked about the last game when Embiid got ruled out for the season. Excuse me. And I feel like the Sixers are playing up now. I feel like, remember I told y'all, Jackson like the Sixers against the Knicks. I told you I should play the plus 245 as far as the 76ers having to get up spot. Like, okay, Embiid's gone. Like, let's go. But I feel like they don't want him there. And tonight, I feel like they're going to still run up and down. I always target the Sixers over whenever Embiid not playing. And then you catch the Trailblazers off of second game of back-to-back, and they went to overtime. Them Blazers going to get tired. So even if it start off slow, I expect it to end fast. I'm on the over 228.5. Official.
GLB, my brother, what you think about this one?
Yeah, so I don't like betting either of these teams, especially with props. I've realized over the last couple of weeks, so I didn't even look. But if I had to make a play, I'd turn to my systems, and that also tells me to take the over. So that'd be a lean for me over in this game.
And I think too, even if you want to, if you want to get even more, even like tighten, kind of dig a little deeper into it, man, I'm wondering. So I'm looking at the 76ers team totals, because like Stacks was saying, Blazers overtime win or an overtime loss. The pace was up in Cleveland, and I'm almost thinking maybe even a Sixers team total over 115.5. Just to get more specific, so you're not even relying on, because you don't know what Portland will have left at the end of the game. But it's not like the Sixers are stopping anybody either. Team is complete ass.
I do have a system on each team, and I will say the one that supports the one that supports the Blazers, or says to fade the 76ers, has, you were saying 76ers team total over 115? Okay, I was looking at the other team. I actually think that be a little sweat. That could be a little sweat, but that's a good look there, especially since it correlates with the over. That stacks and I like. I see teams in the position that the 76ers would be in, just in terms of the system, have scored 122, 125, 128, 118. But there's also, some 99s, 102s. But it could be a spot, a good look.
Yeah, decent look. Slight lean. But let's move over. Matter of fact, let's go on these comments for a little bit, and we'll move over to the next one. Prolific in here, my brother. Thank you for joining us. Charles caught us live. Thank you for joining us, Charles.
Yeah, shout out everyone.
He took Maxey under 29.5. I don't know if that's points and assists, but it sounds like Maxey's got a slight hand injury. So hope you catch that, my brother.
No, I do. Yeah.
All right, let's move over.
That's his points, and the only reason why I know that because I looked at it, and he got a on his shooting hand, he got a finger injury.
Okay.
And he playing
So
through
that
it.
29.5 is points.
Yeah, that's his points.
Okay. Ooh.
Only reason why I know that
That's
because I love props, and I looked at that, and the only reason why I didn't bet it is because I'm bullish on the over. And my thing is, I know Maxey got that.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is on his. It's on his shooting hand though, and my thing is, I'm gonna need Maxey to push that total over. So I don't want to bet nothing under when I'm bullish on the over. So I'm not even gonna bet nothing else because I think this game fly over. So I don't want to take from, what I feel like is a profit.
And I don't think those Blazers guards can really play defense either. I know Simons really can't. I know they got Scoot, but yeah, just hard to.
I just see them.
Hard to
I just
trust
see them running up and down. My fault. I just see them running up and down the court.
Yeah, for real. Like I see this game as, man. I mean the Blazers. I mean, and then you got to think about it too that they're also on the East Coast, so maybe their bodies haven't really adjusted to the time either. Being on the East Coast trip. So, man, everything that over really sounds good. That might be something I tell you guys on. All right, let's move over to the next one. Warriors at Hornets. Hornets are getting 13 at home. Total is 228. This is one game that I don't think I have much of an opinion on, but I do want to hear you guys. Take on it. So GOB, you got anything on this one, brother?
Yeah, this is my first bet of the day. I took Brandon Pods over 3.5 assists, and I did that earlier at minus 113. It looks like right now you can get minus 115, minus 116, and a lot of minus 120 somethings out there. But you've heard me say his name a few times. I like going back to him for assists, and thing that I like, what I like today is he's going against a top 10 defense against his position, and I like that already because when he's on the road against these top 10 teams, he's cleared this in 7 out of 10 games. So he goes against a good defense against his position. He's getting 5, 4, 7, 6. So on top of that, I believe, let me just go back to my filter here. He is also facing a team that's in the bottom 10 for assists allowed. He is very good against these teams at home and away. So again, if you couple him being away against a team that allows a lot of assists, that is pretty good against his position, You'd think that isn't a good combo, but it is. So over 3.5 assists. You could even, I think this is a spot where you could even say 5+ assists if you want. You know, I don't really ladder a lot. I'm not a ladder person, but I'm starting to kind of see that. You know what I mean? I'm starting to think of situations where, hold on. But Brandon Pods over 3.5 assists, -113 is what I got, but there's still some good numbers out there.
Here's the thing about ladders. I don't. When I ladder, I always do it like in the NFL with like yards, right? But if you think about it, like with the assist, man, you've been hitting this assist shit. Like, I don't know what percentage. So, like, I don't know if you take like a 3.5, right? I don't know like the percentage of those that gets to a 5 or gets to a 6. But those ladders might be something to, to get people on. Like I said, I loved it, betting yards in the NFL, whether it was receiving or rushing. If it's a good matchup, ladder the shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. And real quick, I'll say something I thought yesterday was I want to know, I'd have to like update my tracker and all that, but I want to know the amount of bets I took that were an alt line, right? Because the regular line was too juiced and that regular line didn't even hit. Because in theory, I saved myself juice, kind of. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I'd want to kind of go back and see how successful am I at taking these alt lines, compared to when the regular line didn't hit. But I do have, when we get to one of the other games, this is actually going to be I put it in my Discord as my best bet. It's a little scary. But I do have a personal play on the side that isn't in my Discord, and it's a ladder. So when we get to that, we'll discuss it. But Brandon Pods over 3.5 assists. I think he can get it despite what other players who play his position have done. I think this is a time where we throw those comparisons out and we just look at what he does specifically. So
all right, Stacks, my brother, what you got anything on this one?
Yeah, I did tell JLB with that, and I like that actually. And of course, when I tell JLB, I told y'all from the rip that, and he's like me, he posts early. So the good thing is I'm hardly ever against him. So when I see his props or his systems, I just throw a unit on it. But what I do, if it's already plus money, is I'll throw a unit on his play, and then I'll go to the next stage up. Like if his play is 4+, then I'll go to 6+ and just throw a little quarter unit on it. I ain't gonna get greedy and go 8, 10, 12. I just go one up, as far as now NFL, that'd be different. But that's all I do, and that's just successful. Like, don't listen to me or Dimes or GLB. Just write his plays down. And don't even play it. Just write it down every single day for a week. And just see what kind of money you left on the table. That's all. That's how I found out. That's why I just bet it.
And the thing too, that yesterday was a good example of that, because when I woke up, I already knew, like, I want to take Isaiah Hartenstein rebounds. Problem is, he keeps letting me down. And I looked at it and I saw the data and I was like, you know what? I'm not afraid of taking bigs to get assists, right? But when I looked at the data and everything, it was a similar handicap where maybe Isaiah was going against a team that's really good against his position or something like that. But it was clearly a position where I knew Isaiah could clear his line and maybe his alt, but I didn't know how much. Sure enough, he ends with 11 rebounds, of course, and he gets 6 assists. But that same kind of scenario is what I'm thinking is going to happen today with Brandon, where he himself is in a position where he thrives against these teams that are theoretically good, against his position. But
I'm glad you brought that up, because you know how I always talk to y'all and I always say about the alt lines. Well, last night I turned down a 10.5 for Hartenstein I seen a 10.5 minus 115, and instead I went to 12 plus for plus money, and he ended up at 11.
That's how it is. That's how it is.
But you don't even know the half of it. He had 12. It was a stat correction,
of course,
and went down 11. And I told myself, I wasn't mad that the stat correction. I was mad that I didn't play both, because I always play both. But I was so sure that he was going to get 12. I said, why play 10.5?
Yeah. Well, hopefully get some back. And one thing too, before we move to the next game, is last show or 2 shows ago, we had that good look on Tobias Harris over 4.5 rebounds, over 3.5 rebounds. He got 6,
like 11, 10?
I think maybe around 10, but 6 in the first half. And we also had talked about parlaying that with Kyrie Irving over 5.5, which was about plus money.
Mm-hmm.
He had 2 rebounds taken away, stat corrected, I heard. So we were close on that, but
that's the only thing about, and it's more in NBA. That I never had that happen to me in the NFL or in baseball, but in the NBA, it seemed like you better go like 2 or 3 over before you think it's a catch, because they stat correct a lot.
Oh yeah, but Brandon Pods over 3.5
right,
assists. That's the look.
B Pods over 3.5 assists. All right, let's move over to the next one. Wizards at Heat. Heat laying 8 at home. Total is sitting at 218. Some injury news. I know Ware was ruled out from Miami. This is another one of those games that I don't have a ton of opinions about. I was looking Heat team total over, but I mean that was literally like just a thought process and probably not anything I would recommend. So, Stacks, what you think about this one, brother?
This game's kind of interesting. So what I did was, when I woke up this morning, I seen that Jacob had put in the chat Wizards plus 12.5. And I thought I was only up for a brief second. So when I seen that, I wanted to see who they was playing, and I seen they was playing the Heat. And I started thinking, and I went to my notebook, and I couldn't find it. And then I had dog issues. But I got something about the Heat as favorites. So what I did was put a half a unit on the Wizards plus 12.5 when I seen that. That was just to hold my bet in. And then I looked at it and realized the Wizards, they 7-3 the last 10 ATS. And then I look at the Heat, they lost 7 of the last 10. So I'm like, well, damn. So I took the unit with the 12.5 and I put a half unit on the plus 480.
Nice.
Like, we all know we want the Heat as dog.
Hey.
I feel like off the back to back.
Definitely got some COV, so that's great, man.
Yeah, I think Dimes, you're freezing. Your internet's going there, I think. But I got something in this game, so I'll just go here.
I was gonna say, is that me or him?
Nah, that's him. That's him. But I'm gonna jump right into mine.
It's me.
I took I got a couple maybe scary bets here today, but I'm going for plus money, and I took Bam Adebayo over 4.5 assists, and I got that at plus 140 earlier today. The reason I did that is simple. Bam Adebayo against the bottom 10 defensive rated teams. 1 second. In general, isn't anything special. Hits at a 50% rate. Cool. But when he's at home, that's when he's getting these assists. When he's at home against these teams, that's when he shows up. He's hit this 7 out of 11 times. And I'm talking about my alt line, 4.5. It was also 3.5 earlier today, I think. And it was pretty juiced. So that's what got me looking at 4.5. But even when I change my line here to 4.5, he's hit this in 7 out of 11 games at home against these bottom 10 defensive rated teams. And he's either going to not hit this or he's going to get 5 or more. 10, 8, 5, 7, 10, 5, 7. And then some 3s, 2s, 1s, you know. I like what I saw. Right now, I think I said I got plus 140. Right now, the line has moved to 4.5, and I'm seeing plus 120 as the highest. So I got some good value here. I like what I see. Again, I'm not afraid to take these big dudes to get assists, especially when they're going up against, when it's this kind of scenario. You know what I mean? Where I can't ignore what I see. Does that mean that Hero will get more points? Is Bam going to be, assisting him? Who knows? But I think Bam to get 5 assists is very live.
Well, as far as y'all know, everything in, like, when we be in Chris's chat, I don't know if y'all see, I always say no player props, overs, and double-digit spreads. But I did hypocrite that because my thought process is this. I really like the Wizards to stay under this number. So my thing is, as long as this is under 10, Bam gonna be in the game. So 100%, I tell this. And the reason why I didn't blind tell this, I looked into it because my first thought was, out of Bam assist. So I was like, hold up. So I looked into it and I spent like 20 minutes on it. And I'm like, well, damn, it do make sense. And I don't see this being a blowout.
Yeah, it all made sense. Plus 140 this morning when I took it. I said, I gotta take this play. And I'm writing down here on the side a potential crazy ladder parlay or some ladders we could do. Because if you think this one made you kind of raise your eyebrow, wait till you hear my other one, which I already told you guys about. But look, the line moved in my favor, so I think he gets 5 assists today. In fact, he's either getting 5, 6, 7, 8, or he's getting 2. So we'll see. And shout out Dabby too. I just saw the comment there. Nice.
That's crazy, Dabby in there. I did a video for Dabby. Shout out Dabby and Medicaid. Matter of fact, I meant to send that to y'all. I did a little video for them earlier. As soon as he get well, we're gonna have Dabby on here.
Hell yeah.
He just got the little he got a bad case of the flu. But as soon as he get well, we're gonna get him on here.
Nice.
That's what's up. Let's keep it pushing, y'all. Next one up, Rockets at Thunder. Thunder laying 10 at home, over under 228. Got a small look in this game, but not too much. I was kind of looking at the first half under 112.5, but not something that I like totally got there with. Stacks, you got anything on this one, brother?
Yep, I do. Got a whole lot. Oh, there it go. Yeah, I really like this game. And the first bet I got in this game is the Houston Rockets team total over 109. And 109.5, my fault. And all right, well, that's not gonna be my best bet, so I can go in deep. The last 5 games, the Thunder then gave up 119 plus. That's 5 straight. we're looking at 109. That's including to the Nets. They gave up 121 to the Nets. The Thunder, the last 5 back-to-back games, they 1-4 ATS, 1-4 straight up. Why does I feel like that applies to my team total over? Because that says that the Rockets are going to cover it. The Rockets are going to cover. They're going to have to score. OKC going to score. We all know that. So seeing that the Thunder, the last 5 on their back-to-back games is 1-4 ATS, 1-4 straight up. Also, see the Rockets. This is the first leg of the back-to-back. You got the Pacers. I didn't write that down. I think it's the Pacers though. You got the Pacers coming up tomorrow. This game is a revenge game from earlier, where the Thunder done jumped on them. So I feel like Sengun and Thompson gonna play. I feel like they want this game, and they might punt tomorrow against the Pacers. And I feel like that 109.5 team total is extremely low. Extremely low.
Sounds good, GLB, my brother. What you got on this one?
So this is one of the other games I didn't look at all. I wanted to get there with Jalen Green or something, but I decided I was going to stay away. But one thing I know is Thunder scored 146 points in their last game. If we look at teams who scored 135 or more as a road favorite in their last game, which the Thunder were, 17-8 ATS, 16-9 to the under. But if we look at teams who scored 140 or more as a road favorite in their last game, they're 7-0 ATS. So that's something. I haven't really been playing sides and totals anymore. You guys probably noticed that. I've kind of seen it. But if there was a total or a spread that I was going to play, I'd probably just play the Thunder minus whatever it is right now. But this game I didn't spend too much time on.
All right, cool. Let's move over to the next one. Hawks at Grizzlies. Grizzlies are laying 8.5, and the total was sitting at 251.5. I don't got much on this one either. There's, I think, the 2 of the later games is what I've got more plays on. GLB, my brother, what do you think about this one?
I have a lot to say about this game. So my first bet is, you know what? I'm gonna say my other bet. My first bet is Jaren Jackson Jr. over 23.5 points. I got that at minus 113 earlier today. So let me pull up Jaren Jackson. And, you know, I'm always looking for Jaren Jackson rebounds. But today it felt like a points day. And all my filters reset on me. But let me just, there it is. Jaren Jackson is playing, there we go. Jaren Jackson's playing a team that ranks in the bottom 10 against his position. And he's hitting this 23.5 line. He's hit this 23.5 line in 12 out of 22 games. Okay, cool. But you guys know I'm a big home and away guy. On the road, he's only hit this 4 out of 11 times. At home, 8 out of 11. 72.7% hit rate, averaging 28.6. If there's somebody else that we're going to ladder, it should be Jaren Jackson over. I have a whole bunch of notes that I'm writing right here for some crazy alts later, but I won't get ahead of myself now. I'll just say that Jaren Jackson, again, is in a position at home today against a team it's not so good against his position to score and go over this line. And the total's telling us we're going to see points in this. So there's a 22.5 at BetMGM minus 140. I don't like it. There's 23.5 at minus 106. So better than what I got earlier. I'm not worried about anyone else who could score here. I think Jaren Jackson's going to clear this.
Hey, real quick. Hey, give me a second, guys. Keep talking. I got to step off just for a second. So give me a second. But I think, huh?
Yeah, and I almost forgot. I have another bet in here. So that's
I got a bet in here too.
Yeah, you want me to say mine or you want to go?
No, you go ahead, and then I'll finish it up until you come back.
All right, yeah. So Jaren Jackson over 23.5 points is my first bet in this game. My second, this is the scary one. This is the one that I put in my Discord as the best bet. It might be the leg I use in our parlay, but I got Trae Young over 3.5 rebounds at plus 168 today. Last I checked, there was plus 172 available at FanDuel. And it's a little bit, maybe a little bit risky here, but I'm going to pull up Trae. When Trae is on the road against top 10 defensive rated teams, he's hit this when he's at home facing top 10 defensive rated teams, he's never hit this. He's 0-7. When he's on the road, he's hit this 6 out of 9 times. So my thing is, I think Trae is going to show up today and get us at least 4 rebounds, maybe even 5. I took Trae for 6+ rebounds as a fun little thing, and I didn't post it. It's just a fun thing I did on Caesars with a boost. But throughout the day, I've seen this line getting, bigger and bigger. I saw the over 2.5 just getting bigger and bigger, minus 160, minus 170. Like, I'm not doing that. So I think the books already know he's going to get some rebounds. And I see now FanDuel over 3.5 plus 176 as opposed to the 172 I said. So I think we're in a good spot here to take plus money. And then those are my 2 officials, but I did take Trae 30+ points in my dart. That's the first leg. I won't go too much into that, but the second leg is in a different game. Never mind. So yeah, Trae Young 4+ rebounds for good plus money. Jaren Jackson Jr. over 23.5 points. And then I took Trae Young 30+ points in a little wacky parlay I'm doing. So that's what I got here.
Did you? I do have Ashton. You didn't hear that dog, did you?
I didn't hear anything.
All right, it's annoying, but all right. But yeah, I did tell you on the Trae Young. I always need a reason. Y'all know I'm Hawks fans. I need a reason to back the Hawks in some type of way. And you gave it to me. And I think I got 4+ at Bet Rivers. I think I got plus 155.
Nice.
And before I tailed it, only because he's little. So I went back and I didn't look at his numbers. I looked at, like you did, the books. And what are the books saying? And everything I seen was saying 2.5. The best number I seen was like 2.5, over 2.5, minus 165, I think I seen. Or it might have been 160. But either way, it was heavy. Mm-hmm. So I said, all right. And I agree with you. Like, the books are saying he's going to get a few. So if he's going to get a few, so I did the same thing you did. And I played the 4 and got plus 155. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the 6. I'm probably tied into hockey play. A plus money hockey play.
I got a hockey dart into that I'm tailing my friend who's in my Discord on, so I can give you some legs. But I got some other all NBA lines here we can talk about to maybe that you might want to include.
But my play that outside of telling you, I'm on Desmond Bane. I'm on his 35+ ERA and I got that at plus 143.
Good.
And what made me look his way is with and without games of job, because one thing we know about betting on the Grizzlies, regardless of the injury report, job may or may not play. So I wanted to make a bet with or without him. And I like the numbers with him. And with the high total, 253, I start looking at secondary players, like, because the props are going to be juiced for the star, such as Ja, such as Trey. So I started looking at the secondary players, and I'm like, damn, in a high-paced game, I like the matchup the Bang going to have. And every time I bet on Ja, I lose. So I tried a little plus 143, 35 plus Desmond Bane.
Yeah. Points are going to come. And like I said, as long as him and Jaren Jackson get it, I don't care what else happens. But no, I think that's a good look.
You know, that's what I was going to do. On my free time, like after here, I got to eat dinner and do the right thing as far as the household. But on commercials, I was going to look at overtime for this game, for the Grizzlies and Hawks.
Not a bad thought.
Reason why is it's going to be a high-paced game, and if the books are setting this shit at 150 or 251 and a half, as high as 253 and a half, my thing is it's going to be a high-paced game. It could be there's a shot for overtime, maybe a little Starbucks money on overtime.
Exactly. And Atlanta in the game with a total of 240 or higher is 11-1 to the over. So, I mean, we just know they're going to keep pushing the pace, like you said. They're going to keep going, and hopefully Trey is going to get 6 rebounds. And
my thing is, that's a high total if it don't go to overtime. I mean, I know they could get there because we've seen it, but to set the line this high, that's a high total without no overtime.
I know.
I don't care who playing. So my thing is, why not for a cup of coffee do a little sprinkle on overtime?
Oh yeah. You know me, I love that stuff. And I mean, we can to the people watching in the chat, Dimes controls all the graphics and all the comments, so we'll leave the banner there. But if we go on to the Kings and the Mavericks,
I got action in this game too, so we cool till he come back.
Yeah, I'll just be quick because this is another game I didn't look at as far as sides or totals, but I did 2 of those legs in my dart parlay today are from this game. I mentioned the first one was Trae Young 30 plus points. The second leg is DeRozan 25 plus points. Some of these I probably could have and should have bet straight, but there was maybe something I saw that made me go, hold on, let me back up. And then I kind of went back and decided, no, these are worthy enough to throw in. But DeRozan 25 plus points and Kyrie over 5.5 rebounds. I'm going to go right back to that from our last show. But nothing else as far as straight bets or anything like that. So whatever you got.
Yeah, I got it's funny because I jumped on it early, and I originally had Dallas. I had Dallas minus 1.5, and I bet that. Let me see, probably like 2 o'clock in the morning maybe, and I put a unit on it, and then I started capping and started life doing what life do. Then I seen the line switched. Dog went from favorite to dog, and now Sacramento is favored. So, and I realized, I was like, well, is that because of Gafford? Is that because of PJ Washington? And then I started thinking, and one thing compared to other people, I feel like for the most part, Vegas know who's going to play, who's not going to play.
They have to.
Like, people laugh at me when I say that. They be like, well, how would they know? Because they're Vegas. That's how they're going to know, stupid.
This is a business.
Right. Like, they're $1 billion business. Like, they know. So my thought is, I'm going to trust what the Vegas open the line at. People say, okay, the dog turned into a favorite. I'm going to bet the dog that's not a favorite. And I'm the opposite. I'm going to trust the books open the line up for a reason at this. So Dallas going from favorite to dog means nothing to me. So what I did is, told you, I got Dallas minus 1.5 early in the morning. And then I turned around and I got I got player prop. And my player prop, oh, yeah, it's two of them, same one. Klay Thompson. I'm getting better with my notes. I'm proud of myself. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't never had to do this shit on live like any other time. It's my notes be by notes. But I found this one. I got Klay Thompson over 3.5 threes at plus 107. And I had that before Chris be captain show. Shout out Chris. And because the reason why I say that is because Chris made a comment at something that I already heard. So I looked back into it. And Klay he went public with some comments. And basically he's saying like, this is a must-win game, yada, yada, yada. And I don't get into the hype about that. But I also look at his stats against the Kings last time they played. And my thing is, if you're going to make a statement like that, you got to come out and show out. So I'm going to make that at the end of the show. That's on my list is my officials. Over Klay Thompson over 3.5. Actually, I'm lying. It was 4 plus 107. That's what it was.
Well, now it's 4+ minus money most places because I just pulled it up. Klay Thompson's threes against bottom 10 teams against his position. He's hit this 8 out of 13 games at home. And he's done it very recently. February 27th, February 21st. I think this is a good look. Klay over 3.5 threes. And if I look at, let me just see if anything sticks out to me. Yep, I mentioned when he goes against teams that suck at defending his position. But I want to check. Yeah, teams who suck at defending his, he's a spot up shooter. 7 out of 11 games, he's hit this at home. On the road, it's much different. I like this. It's one of those scenarios where at home, he's clearly more, he does more, when he's at home in these situations. That's a great look there.
And I got another bet. And my thought process was, I'm so bullish on Klay in this. And I got this point prop. I got over Klay Thompson over 16.5 points. And I got that at minus 127 when I bet it. Because my thing is, if he gets 4 threes, that's 12.
Yeah.
Right?
He's going to get more.
That means you got to give me 5 points.
Yeah, it definitely happened. And I had in my spreadsheet was telling me to look at Dallas player rebounds. But I ended up skipping it because I just didn't know who was going to play. But I think I would have pivoted to these Klay rebounds. So
yeah, I'm heavy on Klay. I got not official, but those two I make official. But other than that, I got Klay bet like 3 different times and tied to a parlay.
Nice. It's a good day. I like NBA. I was saying to my friends last night, Monday through Thursday NBA. I feel good. come Friday, Saturday, I still feel good, but you know what I mean? Things kind of start to get weird there. But for this last game, I don't know if Dimes is coming back or not. Checking our chats here, but I will tell you that the last leg of my parlay today is in this game, and it's Jalen Duren over 2.5 assists. He's been getting this recently. He's been clearing it. Let me see what the line is right now. And of course, I started by looking at his rebounds, but I pivoted and went to his assists. Over 2.5, minus 138, minus 140. But I think he's very live to get it tonight. But that is the last leg I threw there in my parlay. And that's all I got in the NBA today.
This last game, I don't really have too much.
Yeah, I also had in my notes to look at Utah rebounds, and I always go to Keontae George or Walker Kessler. I don't even know if Walker's playing. Haven't kept up with the injury report, but
And you know, I always talk about this, and I never play it, but I'm probably going to play it tonight. And I seen a stat, and that's the thing. Like, I was taking my dog today to get his shots, and I had a sports thing on. Seems like the dog he's more calm when there's sports on compared to music.
could be.
So the moral of the story is that I feel like I heard this sports talk, and they was talking about Utah, as far as Utah and Detroit winning. Like, I don't know, it favored Utah, basically. I don't know if it was ATS or straight up. But my whole thought process was, I don't believe in this Pistons team in the first place. I know a lot of people do, but I'm 46, so I didn't see the Pistons being bad for so long. Like, that's why it's hard for me to take the Detroit Lions serious.
Oh yeah.
And it felt like different sport, but same thing. So I don't believe the Pistons. Like, I think you could call them the Cade Cunninghams.
Yeah.
Like, and then you throw in the assist boy Durant. But other than that, like, I'm gonna take a shot. I'm gonna take a shot on the Jazz money line.
Yeah. It's a good spot for it.
Because my thing is, if I can't find a dart to throw, like, you catch your darts every night, and then I ain't gonna tell until you lose. I don't know if we was off screen or on screen when I told you that, but I'm gonna wait for you to lose one before I tell it, because I'll mush it, and then I'll feel like shit. So I would rather just find me a dog in the NBA or college, and I think that Jazz money line, I think that's worth a unit. Like,
Yeah.
that's worth a unit.
No, it's definitely a good look, and
I need Kessler in though.
I was gonna say if Kessler's rolled in, and
If he's not in, I'm not doing that.
yeah, this game, I just saw it and I said, you know what, I can pass here. And real quick too, for anyone who jumped in since Dimes left, Dimes had to take care of some stuff. Don't know if he'll be back or not. I'm messaging him, but I see a couple people jumped in. Jimmy the Bag, there, Stacks. I don't know if you see the chat, but we don't control that part of it, so we can't go through all the comments here on screen. But shout out to everyone there. And
No, I could see it.
yeah, perfect. We just can't update the screen. But honestly, that was all the games, and I think we got some good looks. And Dimes had a different play for his leg of our 3-leg, daily parlay. He said he changed his leg, so we don't know what it is. So we might have to wait for him to come back, and we'll post that. Post that in the Let's Bet It channel of Chris's Discord. I'll post it in my Discord.
Well, here's the thing: it's 6:38. So
yeah,
we might have to.
Yeah.
What we could do is we'll do a 2-leg, mine and your best bet, and then if he makes it back or makes it in time for 7 o'clock because people gonna want to put it in. So we're going to it'll have to be a 2-leg, and then you know what I mean.
You know what? Let's do it. I'm gonna stick to my guns. This is the best bet I gave in my Discord, and again, it's scary, but I think we're in a good spot here for Trae Young to get 4 plus rebounds. So my leg is Trae Young, 4 plus rebounds. It's still at plus, I think it was plus 176 at FanDuel, but wherever you cook up this, parlay, I have reason to believe Trae's going to get 4 rebounds today, maybe even more. Hopefully more, but that's mine.
Well, I'm gonna go to the I'm gonna go to the 76ers. I'm gonna go to 76ers over 228.5. It's my leg as far as the we can still do best bets, but that'll be my smart leg for the 2-leg parlay.
Perfect. Yeah. And my best bet is I'm going to try to be consistent there with this Trae, because, if there's anyone if this parlay is going to lose, it's probably going to be because of Trae getting 3 rebounds, right? So maybe you can take that instead of the 4 plus, but I feel good enough to make it my best bet and my leg in the parlay. But yeah, Stacks, if you have a different one.
So what's your best bet going to be?
It's the same thing. Trae Young, 4 plus rebounds.
Oh, so you going to put that in the parlay and your best bet?
You know what? If I'm throwing it in the parlay, that means I'm confident enough. I got to make it my best bet. And I like plenty of other stuff. I love Brandon Pods to get 4 assists. I love the Bam bet, but I'm going to stick to my guns here, and I'm going to say Trae Young is getting 4 rebounds.
He's back, so we can get his leg now.
Just in time, yeah. Your best bet, your leg of the parlay, whatever you got.
You're not the best bet. Your leg of the parlay.
Are you muted?
Muted.
So this is my best bet and my leg for the parlay. Kings, Mavs, first half under 119.5.
Damn, so y'all both gonna put the same best bet and the leg of the parlay.
I feel like I gotta,
Y'all made me feel weird for having my best bet different than my leg of the parlay. I just don't want to lose one and kill both.
I'm taking the risk here. But for mine, you could do you can do 3 plus. Like in the parlay, right? If you're gonna parlay it.
I mean, I'm gonna play every leg separately, but as far as my leg, all right, I'm going down with the shit. My best bet and my leg of the parlay. 76ers over 228.5. That's what I got. That's my best bet. That's my leg of the parlay.
Let's get it, y'all. Any closing thoughts? Got anything
one more time. What's yours? Don's, one more time. What's yours?
The Kings, Mavs, first half under 119.5.
Kings, Mavs, cool. Yeah, one last thing that I was going to say is throughout the show, we had talked about various props that might have good alt potential today. Trae Young 4 plus already is somewhat of an alt, The line's moved a lot since when I got it, but Trae Young 4 plus, also some things to consider. Brandon Pods 4 plus assists. I think that's a good look there. And then I had mentioned Bam 5 plus assists. So I myself on the side might do Bam 5 plus assists, Brandon Pods 4 plus assists.
Did any of y'all get the odds for that?
I'd have to log in. Yeah, OddsJam doesn't tell me those alts, but I think Trae Young, like I said, 4 plus is.
No, I meant for the parlay. My fault.
Oh, I have not added it. No, maybe we can put that in the Discord after. But
yeah, we'll tell you to put Discord. And shout out Jimmy the Bag, man. I love that. I love that. Everything.
Definitely.
Jimmy the Bag in the chat. Appreciate you, bro. Seriously.
And
appreciate that.
Just because I saw you mention the Kings, so I'm tailing one of my friend's darts today. in the NHL. And this is so me. Like I saw these picks. Shout out Jared in my Discord. Some of you might know him. He's my hockey dude. But this parlay has my name written all over it too. So I'll just say it real quick. Brock Nelson to get a goal. He's on the Islanders. Tage Thompson to get a goal on the Sabres. My guy Braden Point to get a goal on the Lightning. And then Tim Stutzel, I'm probably saying that wrong, on the Senators to get a goal. So I know it's a lot of names, hard to remember. I can post them, but I'm a little quieter with my NHL on the show because I know a lot of people don't care for NHL. But you guys know I always got something ready for NHL.
No, I put in the remember how you put the little asterisk when you tell somebody?
Yeah.
Well, that Kings, I tell Jimmy the Bag, he in the chat right now. He did a video. I did a video. Remember I was telling you about the little video we did for sports for the set. He did a video, and I tell all his hockey things, every single one of them. Nice. If y'all got Twitter, look it up. Like real shit.
That's Kings minus 1.5.
Yeah, I did minus 1.5, and I do regulation too.
They're huge.
His bet was minus 1.5.
It's funny because I don't want to. I just pulled something up, small sample size, but check this out. Not to kind of kill shit here, but Kings on the road as a huge favorite, 200 or more, are 0-3 on the puck line, and they've lost against the Sharks twice and the Ducks. So these big favorites in hockey scare the shit out of me, to be honest. Remember my parlay piece system? Just that was only very specific criteria, but
it's kind of like, how I tell you, I just tell your system as long as I'm not under it.
Yeah.
I just tell Jimmy and hockey as long as I'm not against it. Like, I don't care about no trends. I don't care what I hear. And we're gonna try to get him on here too. That'd be great to get him on here.
Yeah, we can talk soon. And not to mention, this is the Blackhawks we're talking about. Like, you know what I mean? They suck.
And this is like my thing is this is a less betted channel. Like, it's not strictly NBA. It's less betted.
But like, whatever.
Right. Like, we get somebody who, I don't cap UFC, but if y'all know somebody who cap UFC, like, let's get him on here. Like, I don't cap golf, tennis, any of that shit, but I'll bet it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yep. Definitely.
Yeah. No. And what Jimmy the Bag said there. Yeah, they're gonna come and play tonight.
I already know. I bet it already.
Yeah, and Blackhawks as home dogs are 16-6-4 to the over. Maybe we'll see some goals in this one, but
you said 16-6 and over.
16-6-4 to the over. Blackhawks as a home dog. So
that made me want to look at the Kings team total over then.
Their opponents are scoring 5, 4, 4, 4, 2, 3, 5, 4. There's hockey. We could talk a lot
of fives in there. Like, I'm gonna look into that team total over for the Kings. That's why I like this show. Like,
we can find value, and like I showed Dimes my spreadsheet the other day for NBA. I have the same exact thing for NHL. I just kind of deviated from a little bit, but we can find like first period edges. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot we can do. There's a lot we will do.
All right, fellas. Well, I was absent a good portion of it, but I'm sure y'all talked out some good bets. But we have we'll probably be back on Wednesday. I don't know what the slate is looking like Wednesday, but I know there's at least 5 or 6 games Wednesday, probably more. So we'll definitely be back on Wednesday. Until then, we will leave you with the words of the late great comedic genius John Witherspoon. Peace out.
Peace.
If you broke, try to have a nice day. If you're fat, try to have a nice day. If you're skinny, try to have a nice day. If you got a big head, try to have a nice day. If your mama's ugly, try to have a nice day. If your daddy whoop your ass, try to have a nice day. If a dog bites you in the ass, bite him back and try to have a nice day. Try to have a nice day. See, that's my theme. Try to have a nice day. I'm about to leave right now and go try to have me a nice day. All right. Try to have a nice day.